I'll just take a quick minute to introduce Sangeeta. So Sangeeta is a technical project manager with GSK, and she has been lifelong in the pharmaceutical industries. Her passion was always life sciences and healthcare, and she is recently venturing into data analytics and machine learning as well. How to bring in some of these new ideas from IT into the world of healthcare. So that has been one of her key passions of late.
Thank you. So here you see that women are quite key in the world of business. But the reality is, there's about at least 30% of women, if not 50% in this room. But what you see in the industry is only about 10% in industry and 10% doing their own professions, and at least 40% are still unemployed. Why do you think this would be the reason? I mean, all our parents want us to be engineers. I don't think there's an issue there where a lady is not being given the choice of doing a professional education. But why do you think there is a leaky bucket after we graduate as engineers? I just wanted to see if anyone in the women gender would like to answer this. Any reason why that could be? There's 33% globally across the world who take engineering subjects and come out as graduates, but there's only 10% in the industry and 10% in the entrepreneurship world, and still 40% are unemployed. I think where the reason is going on to the next 3 points. Speaking up and collaboration crisis. So what happens is every lady engineer joins an industry and starts off a career, say in R&D or IT. But what I find is they are shying away from taking the power of yes. Say for example, if I want any one of you to come and present here, how many of you will say yes to it? Just present a topic. I think inside your mind you think of a dilemma of what will others think? What am I supposed to do there? What if my content is wrong? What if I blabber something? And I think I used to be the same when I started off as a graduate. And slowly I realized that, unless you don't speak up, you really can't get into that sustainability category. So that speak up actually goes along. One is saying, yes, I'd like to try out that. And maybe you'll do some mistakes. But then you've got your colleagues, you've got your male colleagues, you've got your whole seniority there in your industry to help you out. You're not going to be alone there. But there's also another thing about the collaboration where, major issues in my industry, for example, in pharmaceutical industry, only appears after 6 o'clock in the evening. That's when we start dispensing a batch. That's when there is an issue with the reactor. That's when, it's all going upside down. And you want to go home because you've got a child to pick up, or you want to go home because it's not safe for you to stay back at night. So there's all these issues. So what do you do then? So you then speak up to your pilot plant manager and ask, why can't we have a dispensing in the morning? I do want to be involved as part of this. So I want to run this reaction in the morning and I'd like to take up this. So those were the main things I learned. And that's very important in your first 5 years, just to try out new things. You may not be given the opportunity, but you going and approaching them and showing the aptitude to learn causes the collaboration crisis, or actually minimizes the collaboration crisis. And the work-life balance. So in this, I go for a support mechanism. So for example, in the next 5 years, many of you would get married, prepare to start a family. So what do you do with your career? You could put a small pause, that's fine. But I would definitely go for a support mechanism and find out how other working women are managing their work and life. Network with other moms to get that positive vibe and see how that works for them. It could be, for example, for me, I live abroad, I live in London. I don't have any family to support me. I've got my daughter in this auditorium, and most of the times it's about networking with your other moms who are also working moms to ensure she's picked up from school, so she is doing her homework. So I've got this whole other support mechanism. I'm not physically there, but then I am talking to another person to ensure she does the stuff and everything goes smoothly for her while I stay back and finish my work and get home. So that coping mechanism and support mechanism is really key for sustainability. You'll also get into situations of, coffee mornings. For example, I have a Friday morning coffee morning at 9 o'clock, and I also have a root cause investigation in one of the drugs that the patient has got adverse effects. So do I go to the coffee morning or do I go to my investigation? And then I get a list of moms who didn't attend the coffee morning, so I prepare myself to answer my daughter, and then I support myself that way. So I think you should not have that guilt and feel free to explore yourself. And it's one time that you're going to miss the coffee morning, but you will definitely go and have another coffee morning or do a voluntary field trip activity or something in her school to make her happy. So there's always going to be those dilemma of choices that will pull you from not, making you do what you want to do. And I would certainly say, stay positive and take yourself that you can do this with some sort of support mechanism that you can create, some positive network with the same like-minded mom who's also struggling, and also ensure you speak up. Those three things will take you a long way. On the process engineering bit, Saravanan, my colleague, is going to cover a lot of process engineering in oil and gas. So I'm going to pause there for the process engineering and move on to Aparna for her science experiences as a woman leader.
Our rocket lady.
She also works for ISRO and she heads the electric propulsion. She's also been involved in the Chandrayaan-2. So really our rocket lady from Chemical Engineers, Shastra 99.
Good evening all. No, I'm not able to take you on.
You'll have to take them to moon.
So good evening everybody. Like my last speakers, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. Instead of you asking me questions, we gave an opportunity to ask us questions. But I'm going to ask you a lot of questions and make you aware, not only today, for the lifetime. How many of them from the chemical engineering or mechanical engineering background?
It is more.
How many of them from electronics background?
It was very nice.
Career for all us people. So, don't think you are an electronic engineer, I'm going to have a very white collar job, and I'm a mechanical engineer, I'm going to have a hard stuff job. I will say in the other way, any product comes from mechanical designs. Any process is very active because of electronic engineering. Anyway, customers are there to use it. What is important in your life is, as our Vivek told, first define your goal. if you are wrong in defining the goal also, no problem. This moment is inevitable. Live for the world. Live for this moment. Don't think about your past. If you are failed, no problem. You only fail. It is everyday moment you have to take the challenge. Yes, I can do it. Basically, any women, do you think that your opportunities are very less to you? Anybody feels like Vivek, if you can clap, there is no need for you to raise that hand. Do you feel like you feel that opportunity is less to you?
Yeah. No.
Anytime you can run fast. And you are multi-skilled and multi-talented people. It's possible for you to manage 3 generations in your house. So, in career also, it is very easy for you to manage anything. Initially, you feel little bit you are overrunning, but it is not so. When you see behind the path what you run and came, you feel it very happy. The more thing, you should not think I am a mechanical engineer, I am a chemical engineer like that. I used to think like that when I joined. As we studied chemical engineer, we neither a chemistry person, nor a mechanical engineer, nor a process control and instrumentation. Hope my colleagues accept it. If you go for a hardcore any manufacturing industries, they think first you are chemistry. So whatever anything you say, I can react for it. No. Then you will go for process industries. They will tell you please design a chemical reactor. How to do a design? First of all, we don't know how to read a design drawing. So change is inevitable. So you have to change to your situation. All are not coming in the same platform, all are not going to get the opportunity what you like. But take the profession seriously, try to adapt yourself. Change is important. Changes mean you should not stick with your field, either it is chemical engineering, electrical engineering or electronics engineering. What you have to do, you have to study, you have to run little bit ahead than others. To put your effort to come out and show that you are also giving a meaningful value addition to your job. That is more important. Currently, I work for electric propulsion. I told you I studied chemical engineering. Now what I am doing, it's full of electrons, protons and neutrons. Hardcore power electronics. I only work with DC of 2000 volt voltage. So, taking an oscilloscope is something, no, I don't understand what is oscilloscope, hertz, putting the frequency, amps, and what is FFT. Oh, FFT, okay, something I am studying in MTech, something. So, really, if you feel like that, if you back out from your team, then you will be keep on backing out from what you are. Okay, FFT only, you know, now a lot of you know that opportunities are enough. If you are able to Google, from the basic funda, if you spend something more than 10 to 12 hours to understand what they are, then all the time there is no need to be expert in the field. But you try to understand what you want and you can make it clear. Women in STEM, opportunities out there. I can proudly tell in India, most of the research organization, particularly Indian Space Research Organization, Tata Institute of Research, or Sri Chaitanya Industrial and Medical Research Institute, there is no gender difference. But still why there is a gap between number of women leaders throughout India. Do you feel that in India there is no women leaders? Why they are not in the limelight? Is it so you feel? Can you please anybody answer for the question? No, you have to answer. I told you. I'll ask question, definitely you have to answer.
The entire system of India is patriarchal.
I'm talking about science. When you come to a business, there is no patriotism. How much you are holding a responsibility, how you are facing the risks and challenges, how you are managing, and how you are providing the solutions.
Patriarchic society, that kind of.
Then, you people all should open your mouth. Or I will come down. We want you to talk. Come on, do you see who is going to take the mic? Do you think you are weaker? No. And you are not thinking why you are thinking about others. Do you think you are weak? You know what is the pain of labor pain? You know by decibels? That no other human being can take it. Do you think you are weak now? That's right. So, think positive, think, plan, achieve, search, research. Don't come back. Live for this moment. Don't think about past. Think, plan about future. If this moment, suppose you are in a traffic, it is inevitable. You have to sustain in this situation means you have to sustain in that situation. Don't harp on that subject. You have to learn, yes, I'm in a problem, face it in a positive manner. Definitely you will find a solution. Whenever there in career, always whenever there is a problems are kept before you in terms of project, don't seek solution from others. Nobody will provide a solution to you. For your problem, you have to only provide a solution. Either it's a personal life or official life, it is your life, you have to provide the solution. Thank you.